Firebrand, Red Horizon, by Stephen Coleman. Chapter 1. A cold leather hand clamped hard over Maya's mouth, pinching his jaw and jolting him awake from his dreams. He struggled to rise, but the hand held him down and cold fear seized him. He took a breath through his nose, then another, the icy air stinging his nostrils as his eyes shot open, but the world was dark. The world was empty. Is this what death feels like? He closed his eyes and opened hands that were clenched and shaking and forced his breath to steady. He forced his mind to focus, for now was not the time to be paralyzed, he told himself. Here was not the place to be paralyzed. He opened his eyes once more to the darkened world that was cloudy and blurred, but soon his mind gave him clarity, and he remembered where he was. Chilled air watered his eyes, so he blinked to clear them, then focused his gaze further towards the hooded figure silhouetted against the haze. One of the figure's hands was pressed over Maya's mouth, but as he looked downward, he saw that the other clutched a long, shining blade. The figure stared down at him, the billowing of his cloak the only part of him that moved, but then he flicked his wrist, and the knife disappeared, dancing across a loose cloth before being silently sheathed. He brought a finger to his lips, and then the hand covering Maya's mouth withdrew, and Maya felt some of his tension leave. Maya sat up and looked around, barely making out the line that separated the rocky landscape from the heavens, and took a minute to massage his tired muscles. A low moan whispered along the tops of the peaks, and he shivered, pulling his own cloak tight around himself to block out the icy tendrils that always managed to find a crack. Behind him a horse stamped, its hooves making a dull clamp, and then another, to signal at the least their horses had not abandoned them yet. "Rise, but use caution," the figure whispered. "We are not alone." "What do you mean, Onesh?" Maya asked, feeling a warmth spread through his body that quickly turned into a cold knot as the words settled. "A shadow stirs," Onesh answered. "The wind is troubled. We must ride quickly." "What's out there?" Maya asked through a tight jaw, taking care to pack his bedding as quietly as he could. He thought back to the night before when Onesh called him away from the group, saying too many bodies would cause too much unwanted attention. "We're too far west," Onesh said almost to himself. "I may have made a mistake allowing you to accompany me, but my options were limited, you understand. Time is short. The others—" He trailed off, and the knot in Maya's stomach tightened further. "Onesh! What am I not seeing?" Onesh stayed silent. His head turned steadily, searching, but whether it was searching for the right words or something else, Maya could not say. He could hardly hear even his breathing, but when he finally spoke, his voice was grim, and Maya almost wished he hadn't. "Darkness returns to Ildishe. The shadow moves against Leasi.